Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next Power Hour. It is April, and I'm so glad to have all of you with us here. So, yeah, welcome. Let's see who we have in the house. Sorry for the scheduling and timer snafus. I was playing around with this. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put together a nice little slideshow instead of having a single image, and that threw my timer off. So sorry about that, but we're starting on time for the most part. So let's see who we have in the house. So, Ukwele, good morning from Maryland. Hey, good to have you with us. Hunter, I don't even know which year we're in. Oh, I forgot to tell all of you because, some of you picked up on this. We're actually not in 2024. We are in 2023. I have a TARDIS over here, and I'm actually back in time. So we're actually time traveling today. No, it's actually because I just don't know how to read a calendar. I typed in the date and typed the date in wrong. So good to have you here, Hunter. And Drone Pro is working on selecting and editing photos today for a photography class that I'm in. Very cool. And Ty is with us. Good morning, Ty. And Ty is drinking quick tea mint ginger. And the goal for today is 300 to 500 words on work in progress. That is a good goal. And TextVet Jeb, Jonathan, is with us. Hello, Jonathan. Always good to have you with us. And Jonathan's goal is to begin the next chapter in the second title in the Alan Lawson series. It's a cool name. All right, CMC Whiting's my goal is to get out of the doldrums and get back to writing. I know how you feel. I have not been writing the last 2 weeks, and I am with you. I broke my foot, and I'm dealing with a broken foot, and all of the things that go with it. So today's actually the first day I can actually get back to writing. So we're getting out of the doldrums together. And Drone Pro is drinking cold brew coffee. And Lighty says, I was at your BookmarkCon talk yesterday, and Lighty was so kind. She shouted out the power hours and let people know about this. So I really appreciate that. And Lighty says, when I first started writing seriously in 2020, these power hours helped me build good writing habits, and now I have a debut novel out, getting ready to release the sequel in May. Well, congratulations. Everybody show Lighty some love here. Congrats. Glad these power hours played a small part in that, and that's really good stuff. So awesome. And let's see who else is with us. Blessed or Messy is with us. Hello, Blessed. And DC Lee asks, are we having these power hours every Saturday at the same time? No, these are monthly, the first Saturday of every month at this time. However, hold my beer for a second. And Ray Ryan is with us. Hello, Ray. I woke up on time. Awesome. Well, glad to have you here. And B Matrix says writing and drinking tea. Ray is working on edits today. Awesome. And CMC broke my foot last year. I get that. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. It is not fun. I'm hobbling around in a boot. This kind of is what it is. So okay, I want to talk because I know we've got some new people here. I want to share some things, but first, many of you are kind of longtime Power Hour veterans, but I want to let you know that I'm bringing back Beast Mode. So, for those of you who don't know what Beast Mode is, I had to put that little sound effect in there. So Beast Mode is historically a challenge when I write as much as humanly possible. So I will write for 30, 60 days, and I will write as much as possible. My goal is usually like 100,000 words, 200,000 words, whatever. And I thought, well, why don't we do something different this year? So I'm going to invite all of you to beast up and join me for Beast Mode. So think of it kind of like NaNoWriMo in May. So from May 1st to May 31st, I'm going to go into Beast Mode. I'm going to invite you guys to go with me. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have a power hour every Saturday in May. All right. So this is a great opportunity. If you are, you haven't been able to work on your work in progress, you're trying to get things going, you're trying to get out of the doldrums, right? This is a great opportunity to do that and join me. And I'm going to be starting a Discord. It'll be a limited time only Discord, but people can jump in and we can chat and celebrate each other's wins, hang out, have fun. And I've got some other things planned as well. So stay tuned over the next couple weeks. And I'm just giving you guys some notice because, if you want to get a novel started, or if you want to get ready and get yourself situated for May 1st, I would love for all of you guys to join me. So Beast Mode is going to be a lot of fun this year, and I just can't I cannot wait. So anyway, I'll announce that again probably later in the show for people that join a little bit late. But we've got some new people here, so I want to just share a little bit of an overview of what these power hours are. So this is a live stream. We do it the first Saturday of every month. I put a timer on the screen and some relaxing music, and you can bring your own music if you want. You can listen to my music. It's all good. And the timer will count down. And while the timer is counting down for 20 minutes, you can work on whatever you want to work on. Edits, writing, screenplays, homework. I've had people do that. It's all good. All right. And when the timer counts down, we'll come back. We'll celebrate each other's wins. We'll hang out for a little bit. I'll answer any questions you guys have. Then we'll do that for another session. We'll come back, hang out, and then we'll do it for a third session. And as you guys know, I will stay on these calls until I answer all your guys' questions. So that is what's happening. All right. So I see some people saying, I'm all in for Beast Mode. Awesome. Yes, I'm excited. I kind of did a limited Beast Mode last year, so I'm trying to get to 100 books this year. So this is kind of what I have to do to get there. So I'm excited. You guys want to join me? So cool. Okay. So I think this is a good a time as any to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put some time on the clock, gang, and get ready and enjoy your writing session. And we will be back in 20 minutes. All right. Well, first session is in the books. What I want everybody to do is tell me how you did. So if you were writing, how many words did you get? If you were editing, how do you feel about your editing? Totally fine to not have any words as part of that. If you're working on something else that's not that, writing or editing, just tell me kind of what progress you made. And another thing I'm a big proponent of is talking about how you feel about your progress. So like if you wrote 100 words, how do those words feel? If you were editing, how do you feel about it? Because I'm a big fan of like just acknowledging that, because it you know, this life can be sometimes challenging, and so we kind of have to deal with that up front. But I'm also a big fan of, if you feel good about what you're doing, then the words are good. So I don't know, what's that Billy Crystal saying, if you look good, you feel good. I think Billy Crystal said that. I keep saying that. I need to look it up to see who said that. But let me know how you're doing. All right. So I'll talk about me. I'm working on book 7 in my Good Necromancer series. And I just started it. I'm about 1,500 words in, and I kind of had to take a break from it for a little bit just because I broke my foot. I was in a pub, and you know, I got into a fight with a guy and just had to do a roundhouse kick to his face. You know, no, that's actually not what happened. I tripped on a curb, but yeah. So, but now I'm back, and so I've been fulfilling all my Kickstarters and stuff, and so all my Kickstarter orders have been shipped, and so like I'm just getting a lot finally off my plate. So I'm working on book 7 of the Good Necromancer, and I just went through and kind of edited the first 1,000 words that I did. So now I'm in a position to just start charging forward, and I'm kind of excited about this. I'm actually excited about this book. I have no idea where it's going to go. So, okay, let's see how everybody is doing. Okay, Ty was first at 167 words. Nicely done. And Leidy says, hard to tell how much I've gotten done since I'm just doing final editing on this one, but I got through a lot. Yeah, and that's important. Getting through as much as you can, that's everything. Because, you know, hopefully then you don't have to go back over it. Or, you know, if you do, it may not be as much. So, okay, Jonathan, 200 words on the money this session. Nicely done. And Drone Pro for the photography, 1 photo edited and exported. Progress is progress. And Lou says, I made breakfast and wrote 72 words. That's actually really impressive. So, you know, I don't know if I could have made breakfast and wrote that many. I can't multitask. Okay, Blessed. I was in a reading, double booked. I'm writing in the next segment. Cool. Anytime's a good time to start. And Fanto, 150 words, a lot better than the last session I was a part of. Well, that is good. That is good. So everybody's doing well. Ukwele, good editing session. All right. And Ty says, I feel good. Glad to have this monthly motivation. Well, I'm glad, Ty. Glad that this provides you some motivation. And Ukwele feels great. Okay, Jonathan, I think you wanted to say I like what you wrote, but I'll have to cycle back and polish. Okay. And the roundhouse kick story was better. Oh yeah, it's way better. And it's funny because like 10 people have asked me like, how did you break your foot? How'd you break your foot? And like I didn't have a story. So they're like, you need to come up with a story. And I'm like, okay, I'll come up with a story. And so I'm a writer. Why can't I do that? But it is what it is. All right. Ray wrote 250 words. Feel good about it. The internet says Deion Sanders said that. Really? I thought that was older. Like, I thought that was like a 1970s or 80s thing. Okay. Well, the internet has proven me wrong. Thank you, Ray. I will adjust my story and stop saying Billy Crystal now. I'll say Deion Sanders. Abigail, I purchased the recorder, but I'm not sure how to use it to help me write my books with dictation. Any insight? Yes, Abigail, I wrote a book called How to Dictate a Book, but more importantly, I have a video on my channel. I'll find a link and drop it during the next session. It's like an hour-long talk that I did, and I talk a little bit about how to write how I write my books with dictation. Happy to answer any more questions you have, but ultimately, I have a little lapel mic. I put it on my collar here. I usually wear these types of shirts every day, and then I put the voice recorder in like a little holder, and then I speak while I'm walking my dog or doing dishes or laundry or whatever, and then I come back and I upload it into Dragon. So if all of that doesn't click, just watch the video that I'm going to drop a link to in the chat, and hopefully it'll be clear, and you're welcome to reach out to me anytime with any questions you have. Okay, Val, 251 words. Lou says, I don't feel that great about what I made. I see other people who write 200, 300 words, and I'm here with a few dozen words in tiny paragraphs. Hey, Lou, here's what I'll say about that. Any progress is good progress, and don't compare yourself to other people. That's one of the hardest things not to do. I'm a big believer that any amount of words is a good number. So 100 words is a good number. 200 words is a good number. 72 in your case is a good number. And you can only compare yourself to yourself because you have no idea like the quality of the other people's words. Like, sure, maybe somebody wrote 3,000 words, but maybe they're 3,000 garbage words, right? So, nobody is subpar in this. Everybody is perfectly adequate and capable of writing the stories that they're meant to tell. And I'm just here to tell you that just focus on what you can do and be a better version of yourself. And I hope that makes you feel better. Okay. Jonathan, I'll take a few more and then we'll jump into the next session. I'll mark these and talk to you guys in the next session. But Jonathan, can you relate your experience with cover revision with Mibble art after they presented their concept? Yeah, I use Mibble art for my cover designs. They're pretty good. There is a bit of a language barrier, so you kind of have to be really clear and really specific about what you want. And it helps if you use pictures and you annotate and you draw stuff on it and put arrows and break out your feedback. Tell them how you feel about the background, tell them how you feel about the character, tell them how you feel about this or that. And that will help to minimize some of that. But the designers really are good, and they do a good job of wanting to make you happy. So I hope that answers the question. Okay. 250. Oh, Ray, 250 words. Feel good about it. And let's see. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna jump into the next session because I have a habit of getting off track and running my mouth and getting really excited. And then the next thing you know, we're not in the second session yet. So why don't we jump to session number 2? And then any comments that you guys made that I did not get to, I will get to next time. And let's just get into it because I get excited really quickly. Okay, so session number 2 coming right up. Let's get it, everybody. Okie dokie. Well, how did everybody do? Let me know in the chat how your progress is, how you feel about it. So while we were in our second session, we had a bit of a debate that broke out in the chat. So is it Deion Sanders or Billy Crystal? B Matrix says Billy Crystal on SNL. Yeah, he did have that skit on SNL. I remember that. Okay. But I did okay. So Fanto says a couple of people quoted that, mostly sports people. Okay, I consulted Uncle Google, and it does appear that Deion Sanders said it. I don't know. I'm just not gonna say a name with that anymore. I think I opened up the can of worms with that. But yeah, everything I saw, Ray said it was Deion Sanders, and I think it was probably Deion Sanders too. But I think I misremembered the Billy Crystal quote. All right, fight is over. Okay, Jocelyn stopped by to say, give a like. Awesome. Hello, Jocelyn. And okay, there were a couple questions that came in, so let's answer those while everybody puts in their progress. Deborah asks, is there a free app to transcribe your audio? I tried Transcriptor, and it wasn't all that accurate. Yes, there are some free apps to transcribe audio. There's one on your phone that some people have turned me on to called Aiko, A-I-K-O. That is one. There are, honestly, they're kind of a dime a dozen, honestly. And most of them are free. Now, the catch, though, is that you can't speak Dragonese. So, like, you can't say, hello, comma, how are you, ? I hope you're doing great today, ! Like, you can't, they use natural language. At least that's my understanding of the ones that I've seen so far. So you kind of have to speak naturally, and they do a better job of transcribing your audio because they use a lot of the open AI stuff. So look into those and see if those work for you, Deb. Okay, Francis asks, I need help making the story long enough. So Francis, you can tell me, I'll give you kind of a blanket answer. You can tell me if I'm hot or cold, right or left on it. But if you're struggling making the story long enough, if you feel like, I don't know, if you're trying to hit a certain word count, or if you feel like there's just not enough meat in the bones, here's what I usually tell people. I'll answer this at the macro level, and I'll answer it at the micro level. At the macro level, maybe look at some plotting, like plotting theories. Like Sid Field has a good one. There's the snowflake method. There's a bunch of them, and look at your story and see if there are particular story beats that the story might be missing or might be able to be fleshed out. That's kind of the stock textbook answer. I think the real way, the micro answer I'll give you is what I have found. When I first started writing, I did not go deep enough into my characters' heads. So what I found was that in my early novels, I would just say this character's sitting in a plane, right? But I wouldn't describe the plane. Like I would just say it was a plane, and I would let the reader fill in the gaps. And then when I described the plane later on, whenever I got around to describing it, it didn't match what the readers had already put in their heads. And so then they just jumped out of the story. So what I do is I'm very crystal clear. I stay laser focused in my characters' heads, and I focus on what they're seeing through the five senses. I focus on any opinions they're having of the setting, about the setting, any opinions they have about other characters that they're interacting with. And I find that there's a certain cadence and a certain rhythm that if you do that the right way, then you generally don't have to worry about length. So again, Francis, you tell me if I'm right or wrong, hot or cold on that. Okay. Let's see. How's everybody doing? Ukulele, pretty good. Steady progress editing my short story. Breakfast sounded good, so I made some of that too. Nice. Okay. B Matrix, Billy said it in 1985. Okay. Man, I'm just, that is just, it's killing me. It is killing me. I'm going to have to just do more research on it. I don't know why I'm stuck on this. I'm just like fixated on this. Okay. Drone says, edited one more photo, a large accomplishment, use AI to reduce photo errors. Very nice. Francis says, just got here. Well, welcome. Bless said, I'm editing. I plan to join May's Beast Mode and finish up Cozy Mysteries. Nice, nice. And Lou, 110 words this session. Fanto, 164. Jonathan, 264. And Ty, 235 words, feeling great. I still haven't decided if my book will be urban fantasy or fantasy fantasy. Fantasy fantasy. Okay, I haven't heard that. Make believe or real world. That is making the writing difficult. Yeah, just keep following your intuition. It'll come to you as you find your way. And Ray says, tell people you broke your foot fighting over a quote. Done. Deal. Francis says, still waiting on editing from a friend on my short story. Awesome. And Ray is 300 words chugging along. Nicely done. Val, 449. And Fanto put in a word for Sid Field. Yeah, I like Sid Field's plot theory. The only downside to Sid Field's plot theory is that if you're not careful, if you just write to the beats, then your stories will end up short. But it can be helpful to help you see where maybe there needs to be some more meat on the bone or meat between the bone. That made no sense, but I'm just going to go with it anyway. Francis said, can someone tell me about serializing? Some feedback is maybe, should I make my short story a serial? Serials are, think of the best way to say this. Serials have had a weird relationship with authors over the last, I don't know, 15 years. Back when I started in like 2012, everybody was doing serials. And then they died like this slow, agonizing death. And then everybody who did serials unpublished their serials and then published them as like actual novels. And then now with like Radish and Dream and like all these other platforms that are Wattpad and things like that that are becoming more popular, everyone's getting into serials again, Kindle Vella, all that. I just I'm not convinced. I know a lot of people read that way, and there is a certain pool of people who do that. I think if you want to write a serial, go for it. I don't know that I would write a short story as a serial. I think a short story just kind of is what it is. If you're going to write anything as a serial, maybe you would write a novella or a novel as a serial. And then serial is really more of how you release it, less than the actual form of the book. Jonathan says 1985 is almost 40 years ago. Yeah, I'm one of those people that for a long time I was like, it was only 80s was only 20 years ago. But no, it is not. Just that's what happens when you get older. All right. Greblocks. Hey, Greblocks. Late to the party. 300 words done on book 2 of my urban fantasy series. Nicely done. Okay, so I think this is a really good time to get pumped up. Let's get into the final stretch. Final session is in the books, and or it's going to be in the books. So I'm going to put the timer on the screen, and we just got 20 minutes left. Let's do it, everybody. Okay. Well, we are at the final session. So what I want to know is what did, you can tell me what you did in the session if you want, but I want to know what you got done today, how you feel about it, and what your goal is for the rest of the weekend. So what did you get done today? How do you feel about it? And what is your goal for the weekend? All right. So while everybody is doing that, I'm just going to put this on the screen again for those who might have missed it. I'm doing my annual Beast Mode challenge again. Got to do the sound effect. Should have been more prepared. Got to get the growl in there. All right, so annual Beast Mode challenge. I'm going to write as much as humanly possible between May 1st and May 31st because I am trying to hit my goal of 100 books this year. And so I'm inviting all of you to join me. And I'm going to be doing power hours every Saturday. So next power hour is May 4th at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. And I go back 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. All right. So every Saturday in May, going to do a power hour. I'm also going to be doing some regular YouTube videos. I'm also going to create a Discord community for Beast Mode just for the time of the challenge so we can all connect and celebrate, and I can answer any questions you have, and I'll be in there every day. And then I'm also doing some giveaways and some prizes for anyone who participates in the challenge. Can't share what those are yet, but it's going to be fun. All right. So anyone who missed it in the first announcement, Beast Mode, you're all invited to join. I'm looking forward to being able to do it. Okay, let's see how everybody did. But we did have some questions that came in. So let me answer one of those first. Okay, let's see. Drone Pro says, what do you think about self-publishing versus traditional publishing? I feel there is a ceiling to what a self-published author can accomplish. What is your thought process? I did a video. I put a link in the chat for you, Drone Pro. I did this about 3 years ago. It's still pretty accurate. It sums up my feelings, but in a nutshell, I'm a self-publishing guy. I actually think that traditional publishing has a ceiling, and with self-publishing, you don't have a ceiling. Personally, Michael Laron's opinion only. And the contracts are terrible with traditional publishing. I've been to law school. I know too much. And the contracts are awful. And they're going to publish your book. And as Fanto put in the comments, you still have to do all the marketing anyway. So yeah, I'm going to, I don't know if you hear that sound. I'm getting off my soapbox on that. But watch the video, and I'd be curious to get your thoughts on it. Okay. Ukwele... will the Beast Mode weekly writing power hour sessions all start at the same time? Yes, they will be at the regular power hour time. I flirted a little bit with maybe doing a late night power hour. I may still do that, but it will be, and if I do it, it would be in addition to the regular times, because otherwise people just get confused. So I may not do the late night power hour. But you guys tell me, would you do a late night power hour? Because I know some of you are morning owls, some of you are or morning owls. Is that even a thing? Some of you are morning birds. Some of you are night owls. And so, I've always wondered like what the optimal time for this is. So, okay, let's see how everybody's doing. Okay, Lou, 102, Jonathan, 754 for the power hour. Goal is to circle back and edit what I've written over the last few days. Ukwele, just about finishing this short story, plan to edit another stories, entering a writing contest, and feeling great. That is awesome. And Deborah says, may the 4th be with you. Yes, I will take the 4th and raise you a Star Trek. So I may watch some Star Trek on May 4th, actually. I know that's probably sacrilege. I probably shouldn't say that out loud. Somebody's going to come to my house and do something to me. But, I like Star Wars, but I'm just a Star Trek kind of dude. Jean-Luc Picard will always be my captain. Okay. Blessed or messy, I'm a self-publishing girl. Yeah. Yep. I'm a self-publishing dude. Lighty, got some editing done. I'll be here for the next one. Haven't participated in a group writing thing for a while, but this was helpful. Hey, awesome. Awesome. So goal for this weekend is looking good. And we had a super chat come in. I just want to say thank you to Growth. Talk with Kofa. I've been missing a lot of the content, but want to support. Well, hey, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Dahigi, or Ty, I'm sorry. I got click happy. 326 words and a goal of 728. Surpassed the goal of 500. Nicely done. Dahigi, 1350, had a strong outline in place. And Drone got well into my darkroom editing process. The goal is to complete my assignment. Nice. Let's see. Dahigi, really looking forward to the Beast Mode Discord. Yeah, I think you might have been one of the people that recommended it to me early on, Dahigi. People have been asking me to do a Discord for a long time. And I, just with my schedule and all of the stuff I have going on, like starting a group is like impossible for me. I just have so much. But like for 30 days, I can totally do that. That's no problem. I can clear my calendar and, get stuff done. So I'm looking forward to starting it. And who knows, maybe I'll start it and be like, yeah, I'll keep this going. But if the party's popping, so to speak. Let's see. Okay, Jonathan, I'd like to participate in a late night session. Okay. I'm a morning person, but I would do a midnight power hour. Yeah, I would. Someone said I would definitely do a late night power hour. Okay. You guys might be changing my mind. Lou, it depends. If it's some ungodly hour of the night, I might not join. And that's just it, because everybody's in different time zones. So like if I did like a midnight power hour for Central Time, like it's not bad for LA and it's not awful for, well, it is kind of awful for New York, but like Europe, that just wouldn't work. So that's the hard part. Val, okay, 340 or 1,000 words this morning. Need to plan what's coming. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, Francis, there's only one answer to this. How do you like your Earl Grey? Hot, of course. Has to be hot. All right. That's a Jean-Luc Picard thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the next Power Hour is, like I said, May 4th, and we're going to start Beast Mode. So what I want to tell you guys is that I am going to be doing a video on the channel announcing this more formally, officially. I did send out a newsletter yesterday talking about Beast Mode, and when the Discord is ready, I will be sending out another newsletter. So if you're not on my newsletter, authorlevelup.com/fan club. Or just come to the next month's Power Hour, and I'll give you all the deets in terms of the Discord and some of the other things I've got going on. So should be really cool. Dahigi says late night Power Hour for Halloween. That's actually a really good idea. And maybe I could do some like creepy Halloween music or something. That'd be fun. And Deborah never said I didn't love Star Trek. Okay. I see. Point taken. All right. Well, gang, I think that we are just about out of time today. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you to the new folks who joined. I really appreciated you stopping by. And yeah, we'll be here next month. And remember, May, we're going to do Power Hours every month or every week, and it's going to be fun. So take care, everybody, and I will talk to you next month. Happy writing.